So I spent 28 years working in IT, and I achieved great results. And my boss, when I did my review, my boss told me, "Great results. You suck at leading." And I thought, right, I'm going to become a leadership expert. So I went and wrote 1,000 blog items on leadership. I've written 3 books, and now write for Inc., Huffington Post, and Entrepreneur. I speak on leadership, and my last book, Fast, is up for Management Book of the Year. So I kind of did it as a...
So you're kind of a John C. Maxwell of sorts.
Yeah, and he only lives 30 miles up the road.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Gear Salem? Who are you, and what are you up to?
Well, I run something called Crypto Trust. It's basically an investment house based on cryptocurrencies only. Mm-hmm. Basically, we use only Bitcoin so far. But everything we do is based on cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. So when we put up an investment company, the capital structure, for example, will be Bitcoin. Cool. The legal documentation and implementation of the company will be nominated in Bitcoin. All payments we do are in Bitcoin. If you pay in share capital as an investor that invests in one of our projects, it will be in Bitcoin. So we have totally gone to what you call the cryptocurrency world, and we also are in the process of adding what we call service in the what you call the cyber world as well. So we are setting up an exchange that also will be in the cyber world based on the blockchain, and we will add other services, for example, like domain and that you can register a corporation in the cyber world. I don't think these things, at least not the last thing, exist today, but it will come soon. So in a way, we are creating everything you normally have in an investment bank based on the normal banking system. We do it in the virtual world.
Cool.
And where are you from?
I'm a Norwegian, but I live in...
another Norwegian! Yes! I'm not alone!
Yeah. I don't live in Norway. I left Norway.
Too cold.
It's too cold. It's too cold.
Chris, are you a Norwegian?
Yes, but I just don't have the accent anymore because I moved to Canada when I was very young.
Are you serious?
Okay.
Well, that's awesome. Would have never guessed.
We need another Egyptian on this panel to help me out.
Yeah, there we go.
Reed feels left out. He's like, damn it, I'm the only Egyptian.
I just realized that we are definitely diverse on this, which is cool.
Oh,
but I am in South America, in Montevideo, Uruguay. So
yeah.
I ended up there. I was a few other places before.
Is there anywhere in the world further from Norway than Montevideo?
It was a long way around. Yes.
Cool.
I tried a few places, but all things considered, I ended up here. I tried France, and I tried Eastern Europe, and I tried Beirut in the Middle East, but I ended up here.
Wow.
All things considered, I thought this was the best.
Awesome.
You went all over the place. That's amazing.
Montevideo is an old finance center. It was actually a big finance center in South America once upon a time, but it's slowly disappearing.
Bring it back.
Yeah,
that's what I say too. But it seems there is a little a little socialist tendencies in Latin America, and that has been for a long time, and that has basically eroded business in many ways.
Right on. So I'm going to continue on here. Believing that some things are flat out impossible becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Instead, a success-minded business owner will have the mindset that anything is possible. And with the investment of enough knowledge, effort, and determination, having the confidence to move forward is half the battle. And as long as that action doesn't turn into foolhardy arrogance, it will empower you to work harder and set higher goals. So I fully believe that. What do you guys think of that?
Yeah.
Anybody can chime in. Go ahead, guys. You guys agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Right on. So the next point in the article is hard work pays off even if it takes years to see it. Successful business owners also believe that fundamentally hard work pays off. They aren't afraid to invest hours, weeks, months, or even years of hard work into their businesses because they have the faith that the outcome will be valuable. And I totally agree with that. I think that the more that we persist and keep getting big names on our show and we keep grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding, that we are going to get where we want to go with our content and everything that we're doing, because we have the persistence and the desire to get where we want to go, and that's all it takes.
So I disagree with that.
Uh-oh. Do you disagree, Gordon? Why do you disagree?
Smart work pays off. You know, hard work,
Yes, okay.
banging my head against the wall to get more intelligent. It doesn't matter how long and how hard I do that for. It's gonna result in failure. So it's got to be smart work.
It's got to be smart work. I agree. I have to chime in. You're 100%, Gordon. I agree with you completely. Work smart, not hard.
Yes.
One way that you can do is that you combine many things at the same time. Then you reduce the risk that your work is wasted. I always think yes.
Go ahead, Calvin.
Oh, I was just going to say, I agree with it as well. Work it smart, but definitely wouldn't want anybody on here thinking that that's all you can do. I don't know a single successful person that got there easily, you know? So and I 100% agree with Gordon. When you're beating your head against the wall for so long and you know that direction's not taken, no matter how hard you beat your head against that wall, it's not going to make you any smarter. So you have to be smart. But as Gary Vaynerchuk might say, it's both. You have to work hard and smart, 100%.
Absolutely, but hard on its own won't, if you're doing the wrong thing, it doesn't matter how hard you...
100%. 100%.
You've got to have both of them. And when we talk about hard, you know, the benchmark for overnight success are companies like Google, and they took 4 years. So,
right.
You know, overnight success is 10 years as an average.
Right.
Yep.
Or if you're lightning fast.
Right. Yeah.
If I'm working on ashtrays that play really, really hard, and people are like, what is the use of this? It doesn't make any sense. I can work as hard as I want on that, or like Play-Doh, that it doesn't make sense. But if I have something of substance, of value, I believe in focused hard work. Not just like, oh, I'm working hard because I can, like you said, take a pickaxe to mine and go out there all day.
Yeah.
And I'll be as worn out. Or I can lift weights the wrong way and get hurt. Never have done that.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Francis Richardson, hello, welcome.
Friend.
I'm late and I do apologize.
That's fine.
I'm having technical issues tonight.
Oh dear.
We're happy you're here.
Hopefully you're getting them resolved.
So
I will eventually. I hate for a machine to tell me how I have to live my life.
So who's this? Would love to hear who this is. And
Francis Richardson is Francis, you tell Mr. Calvin Wayman who you are.
Mr. Calvin Wayman, I am so glad to be in your company tonight. I've been in the internet marketing arena for 15 years.
wow.
And it's been a roller coaster ride, and you just get those days where you hang on by your fingernails and say, I'm not giving up.
Right.
And that's the key to success. If you don't give up.
Persistence.
And when you fall off, you climb back up and you get back on, and you just try a different way, or you have a different approach, but you keep trying.
You know what? I love what I think what you're saying. It's funny that you just came on here because we're talking about hard work, and I think that's hard work right there. Like, that's such a good definition. It's not quitting, right? Like,
It's determination.
right.
And I've had everybody from my husband to close friends say, you are the most stubborn person. I said, I prefer the term determined.
Or
Yes.
or persistent. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And you know, just one thing I want to touch on before we move on here is that when you have a definite chief aim, when you set a definite purpose for your life, and this has been my experience, people will want to tell you, well, hey, you can't do that, or hey, maybe you should just slow down a bit. And all what they're really saying is they can't.
Right.
That's what they're really telling you is, hey, well, you know, you shouldn't work so hard on that because I can't do it. And well, it may be difficult to remove some of those people from your life based on any emotional attachments you may have with them. I think it's vital to your own sanity and your own fulfillment that you do remove those people from your life, because anybody who's meant to be in your life on your path to success is going to be someone that supports you and somebody that inspires you and somebody that wants to have maybe not the exact same goals, but has ambition and goals of their own. Would you guys agree with that as well?
Yeah.
Totally.